Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Tonya Harbin Real Estate Hour. For the next 30 minutes, we're going to talk real estate, how to buy it, how to sell it, how to make the most out of your investment. There's only one person I trust. There's only one person that I like. Only one person that I rely on. She's got integrity. Not only integrity, and I know that honesty comes with integrity, but she is super honest, and on top of that, she is super family. Why do I say it that way? Because Tonya Harbin is about family. And if you're trying to move your family because it's growing and you need a bigger place, or you're trying to downsize because the family's moved on and, well, you need a smaller place, there's only one person that I would talk to. And especially if you own a home now and you want to sell it, you got to know exactly what to do. There are things you need to look after day in and day out. She's brought a special guest that this weekend, while I was out on my riding lawnmower, I was thinking of him the entire time. We'll find out who that is in just a moment. But right now, she is the queen of the ranch. She is the head of the airways. She is the governess of real estate in the Lone Star State. Ladies and gentlemen, Tonya Harbin. Tonya Harbin. She's the gal for me. Come on, Tonya.
I mean, I was waiting for a song.
I was down that's so far. Yeah.
Actually, I'm still waiting for you and George Strait to write a song.
I will call
Just
him.
let me know when that happens.
Mr. Strait.
Then I'll be part of it.
I know that you listen to the station, especially when you're doing the roping here in town, sir.
I mean,
Can we
sure.
sit down and write a song about Miss Harbin?
I mean, that would be so great.
Seriously, it would. The song would talk about your big heart.
Oh, well, that's so sweet.
Because that would be almost like a love song, you know. She's got a huge heart, full of love. A huge heart,
You're so
full of
funny.
love. Her name is Tonya Harbin. Yes, okay, we're getting there. I'm starting to write it down. All right, George, you write the rest. Tonya Harbin Real Estate, brokered by Real, the #1 real estate agency in Abilene for the last 10 years, and in the top 1% of real estate agents in America, and for good reason. What does she do? She takes care of you. This is all about you, all right? Whether you're wanting to buy a house, whether you have one now and you want to get out of it, or you're looking at something, or maybe you just want to get to the end of life with a little bit of money in your account and you want to be an investor in real estate. You know, one of the things I learned over this past week is running in to some doctors that were telling me how much they love the Real Estate Hour with Tonya Harbin. And it's
Well, that's exciting.
they do. And in fact, of all 4 of them that I ran into, 3 are your raving fans.
Oh, that's really exciting. We love to sell their houses.
Can you do that again? Aw.
Aw.
There you go. I love that. So, Tonya, how do you do it? Because every Saturday morning we do this show, and you always bring a lot of information to the table, and you're teaching us to be better homeowners. I think Abilene, in the end, and I've started noticing something, houses on certain parts of town. And then there's this new financing thing that the city will help you with.
That's right. We can get 100% financing
No
on
way.
some homes in the area.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you say 100% financing?
100% financing. And we've got a couple builders that are fixing to build some houses in some of these areas too. So you could even get a brand new home. And I mean, there are things you have to qualify. You know, it has to be in a certain area. There's some income requirements and a couple other things. But yeah, there's some things with 100% financing.
I was going down one of the streets like North 18th, and it's on the north side of town. I'm not saying anything. But I thought, you know, this is a cute little house. Donna, we should move in here. Of course, we haven't had neighbors next door, so we don't know what that's like for quite some time, over 38 years now. But the fact still remains that I saw a lot of empty houses that are just deteriorating because nobody's taking care of them. I guess families died, left it on, and nobody's wanting to take on the responsibility. But now an investor could buy it and move into it and get 100%.
Yeah,
financing?
they could. So if they're an investor buying it, it's typically 10% down, you know, in that area, which is still good because in a lot of investment properties, you know, you've got to put down 20 to 25%. So, you know, they're just trying to get people to, you know, move to these areas. And so they're just offering a lot of incentives.
And that's one of the things that you brought somebody special with you.
I did.
Mr. John Ramirez from Hall Air Conditioning. How are you, sir?
How's it going?
Wonderful. And you know, she's talking about getting these homes and getting a lot of these homes that are in this area of town don't have central heat and air HVAC systems. They've been relying on those window units.
Yes.
But there's something new now that's out there that I'm watching a lot of people putting them in one of those units that you put up on
the
top.
ductless systems, aka mini splits.
The mini
I'm going to
splits.
tell you, I love mini splits. Okay, two things. Number
You
one,
put one in your bedroom, didn't you?
possibly. So I love staying at hotels that have, I call them window units. I don't really know what they're called, but you have the little unit and it's loud and it blows cold air. Favorite places to stay. If I see one of those, I'm going to book the hotel. I really like that. But yes, mini splits, that really does, cool your house off. I see some houses and they do have, one or two actual air conditioning units. But yeah, I see people put them in their bedrooms or maybe like in a living room. In a space that they really want it to be extra cold.
Right.
And here in Texas, you
right
need
now,
that.
we need that now. We're going to have another 95-degree day. We've already hit 107 the other day? 108? Yeah.
Yeah.
My Bluebell ice cream is melting as I'm just walking to the living room with it. So we need the mini splits. So let's talk about those. Are they expensive?
They're fairly expensive. They're kind of newer to the United States. They've been overseas for 20, 30 years. And we've just kind of introduced them. They've been around probably 10 years in the States.
Are they effective, though? Let's talk
yeah.
about that.
Oh, yeah. They're super cheap to operate. They're efficient. They're quiet.
Really? And you just said super cheap. I like that word. I like
Are
that
they
word.
cheap?
Cheap to operate.
Oh, cheap to operate.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I don't want no more $700, $800, $1,000 electric bills like I've been seeing at my place. So are they? They're pretty.
Yeah, on average to install one, they're around $3,000 to $4,000.
That's it. To me, that's cheap.
I'm gonna say it's worth your beauty sleep.
Yeah.
I don't really have one in my bedroom at my house, but I would love one.
Mr. Harbin, sir, if you're listening right now, anniversary time's coming.
I know. Do y'all have payment plans? $10 a month? No, I'm just kidding.
Look at there. And they do. You do have payment plans. Tell us about that. If I want HVAC system for my Casa Fernandez, we need to get it done. How do I do it?
We have several different lenders we go through. We use First Financial here locally, bank, and then we use Wells Fargo, Green Sky. We have different options for different people.
Yeah, but okay, I'm going to throw you under the bus here. John, I know you and I are friends and buddies, but how many months is it going to be before you get over there to look at my place and put it in? Because right now, HVAC guys are few and far between. Let me ask you this personal question. Do you own a boat?
No.
Oh, good. So it's going to get done right away. Because a lot of them are out on the lake fishing. Right. So tell us, when we call, do you have folks that can go out and check on things?
So as far as service, we can typically get to it the same day, if not within 24 hours for sure.
Hello, folks. Are you listening? They can get, are you serious, the same day?
Yes.
All right. So
people get mad when their AC is not working, which, I totally understand. When it's really hot and you, especially, if you're older, you have kids, it's a lot whenever your AC goes out.
Let's talk about the AC goes out and it's too hot to get in the kitchen and cook lunch. And now she is hangry. And she looks at me and she goes, I love you, but I'm hot. I'm like, I hear that voice coming out of her and going, yeah, let me call John over at Hall and get this place fixed up and cooled down. So you can get that, at least get out and see it.
Oh, yeah. We have emergency service. So.
Do you do repairs or just installs?
Yeah, everything.
You do it all?
Service, maintenance, install.
So what should people do in the spring to maintain their air conditioner and not have issues, hopefully, in the summer?
So we recommend yearly maintenance, like just like you would a car. So twice a year, once in the spring to service the air conditioner, and then once in the fall to service the heater.
To come out and just check it.
We go through everything, check the motors, clean the coils, just make sure everything.
Do y'all check the air filters?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the first thing we check.
Yeah. We have so many people, and they'll call, the tenants for our property management, and, they're like, our AC is not working. We're like, did you change the filters?
So let's get in that, because this is a mysterious part of it. I've seen filters that are 4 inches thick. Woo-ha! They're huge. And then the ones with the, hi, I'm a filter, put me in here. Right. They're about a half an inch to an inch thick. Some people say, well, you don't got to change it for 6 months. Right? You got to change it every month. You got to change it every 2 weeks. What is the rule of thumb? Can we get it from a professional HVAC person?
So that's a hard question. Every house is different, and it just depends on the type of filter they have.
Cats.
So some are monthly,
dogs.
Some are yearly.
Really?
So, yeah.
All right. Do cats and dogs make a difference?
Oh yeah, big difference.
All right. So change it up more often.
Yeah. The more animals you got, the more often you have.
So what kind of a filter is it that I need to get so I can change it? Would you say yearly or bi-yearly?
That usually has to be modified, like when we change the equipment.
Okay.
Normally you want to put it in there.
Put the big fat ones in there?
Right.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So how about in maintaining your air conditioner? We've had some times when our AC has gone out, and my husband has gone outside and cleaned the outside unit, and it comes back on.
That's always a good idea. We recommend to do that at least 2 times a season if you can in the summer.
Especially like if you have a lot of trees that blow flowery things on it.
Pollen,
Yeah.
dust, red dirt. We see a lot of that.
Right.
And also there's pecan trees. No, there's mesquite trees out here. And then there's that other one that they want to knock down so it doesn't cause all the fires, So the trees, don't mow the grass when your air conditioner's running, right?
Yeah, it's good to shut it off so you're not pulling all that stuff into it.
Because will it suck it in and from how far away? So if my neighbors are mowing their grass and they're kicking up dust and weeds and everything else, and cedar, the trees I was alluding to, the little cedar polyps and everything, should I turn mine off when they're mowing?
I wouldn't necessarily if they're mowing, just stuff that's fairly close within a few feet from it.
Would you recommend using a power washer
No.
on the air conditioner at all?
No, if you use something that's too high pressure, it'll bend those coils, and you don't want that.
Leave that up to you guys.
Right.
Okay, we got to call you in.
Just a regular water hose.
So do you have a plan? Because I know sometimes you can hear, we're on a plan. Do you have a plan where the homeowner can call you and say, come check me out every so often and put me on a monthly billing or something like that?
We do.
Do you?
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you get started, and what is the plan?
Just give us a call. It's a yearly price. It includes the 2 trips we talked about, once in the spring, once in the fall. Includes your filters for the year. If we have to do any additional work, you get a 20% discount. If you do have emergency call after hours on the weekends, you don't pay any overtime fees or anything like that. So.
Wow.
Oh, that's kind of exciting.
No, it's real exciting because, I've had HVAC guys out there in the middle of the night. Whoa. Because it is, I guess you call them overtime fees?
Yeah.
Okay, I know about overtime fees. That's we're going to try to save us some. All right, Tonya, so we're looking at buying a home on that side of town where we're going to try to get 100% financing. Can the financing for an HVAC unit be included in there? Because you're trying to get the house, you're buying the house. They're doing 100% of the financing, but you're going to try to, because they want us to refurbs. I mean,
right.
How does that work?
I mean, the only way I've really seen air conditioning, be a part of the contract is either, you ask the seller to replace it, or, you might ask for it to be a seller concession and it's paid for at closing. And then you would put it in like right after you closed.
Oh, okay. So it can be.
So possibly, the house still has to appraise, if you are bumping it up, to add that in. So possible that you could do that. So, yeah.
All right. There's something else that you and I we're almost like twin brother and sister here on this factor. What temperature she's laughing, but this is true. Late at night, you're trying to sleep. Do you have the HVAC system at a certain temperature to keep you cool through the night? Because I know I have to have it knocked down way low. And if you're going to change the temperature, is there a scale?
Everybody has a magic number.
Really?
Mine personally is 65. So.
No way!
It is.
But I think it depends on your home. I mean, some people, if they're at 65, it's still, it's really cold. Some people, it's, not as cold.
And some systems are not even capable of doing 65.
And I think too, like, where is that room located at? Is it a harder room to cool?
Mm-hmm. Insulation, type of insulation.
Yeah.
Do you help with that when you're putting in an HVAC or doing repairs? Can you come in and help with insulation?
Yeah, we do attic insulation, and we can also give suggestions on how to make the house more efficient.
Do you do the blow-in insulation?
We do.
You do?
We do.
Hello, look who's coming to my house.
So what do you keep your house on?
My house, it's at night sleeping 78, and during the day
78.
During the day is 82. And that usually nets me anywhere from $400 to $600 electric bills.
Wow.
If I go any colder, I'm looking. My daughter decided I want it cold in here, so she didn't bother to tell us. She knocked it down to 65. It ran like that for about 3 or 4 days. The bill came in, and it was already into $1,000.
Oh my gosh. So we keep ours at 68 at night.
I am so jealous. I am so jealous. But mine, we have the insulation, and it was the blown-in insulation, and the other part of the house has the rolled-out insulation, but nothing on the roof part, where the shingles are at.
Yeah.
And I was told that if I would get that spray foamed, that would cut down a lot of it, or is it in the walls?
Do you have vaulted ceilings in the house?
No, but the attics, that we've got it rolled out. It's on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, that's
8-foot ceiling.
Spray foam makes a world of difference.
Yeah, well, we don't have spray foam. We just have that blown-in stuff. The loose insulation that they have to bring in a big old shop vac and suck it all out. So
you need a mini split.
You do.
I can see
I mean,
that.
really, you could put that at least in your bedroom, and then. I mean, from what I've heard, they really don't cost that much to run at all. So it's, I guess they're kind of maybe like a window unit, but it's not.
It's similar, but a lot more efficient.
Yes. I mean, it's not like sticking out of your window, but it's in your room.
All right, here's the aha factor. Are air conditioners today more efficient than ones that were put in like mine 23 years ago?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Seriously?
Definitely.
How long do they last? How long are they supposed to last?
Lifespan on a unit nowadays with proper maintenance is about 15, 20 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I put ours in, I guess he's 33, he was 6 years old. Mm-hmm. So I don't know who's going to do the math on that, but yeah, he was a youngster, and we put it in when he was 3 years old. He's 33, he was 6 years old. Yeah.
So if he changed out his air conditioner, he could have lower bills?
For sure.
Yeah, because wasn't there an E factor or something, R factor?
SEER rating.
SEER rating.
Mm-hmm.
The SEER rating changed. And back then, I asked, and it was considered high.
What is yours?
Was it 12? SEER rating?
You said it's about 30 years old?
Yeah.
Probably
like an
5.
8 or 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I asked for the more expensive one at the time. And I think it's a 12.
It's possible.
Or maybe not.
Possible.
Man, maybe they gave me a good deal.
That was a Cadillac if it was 30 years ago.
Maybe you were getting the futuristic one, the futuristic model of ACs.
It cooled the house down really fast, but it cost a lot.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think your AC, just like AC and roof, foundation, I mean, those are some of the most expensive things you've got to take care of. And so, we always tell people whenever they're buying a house, make sure that they are taken care of, because they can last a really long time if you are changing out your filters and having it serviced and cleaning the outside unit, stopping the outside unit whenever you're mowing, and then it can last a long time. We see units all the time that are 25, 30 years old.
Let me throw in another factor.
And they're still going.
The pet factor has a lot to do with it as well, because if you're like me, I keep it between 78 and 82. That's too much of a warm temperature, and I feel like our animals shed more because they're indoors, and it's maybe 82 during the day and 78 at night. You're keeping your homes at 65 and 68. The animals are a lot cooler than that, and maybe your animals don't shed as much as mine do. And when they shed and the ceiling fans are going, guess where that hair is going? Into those ceiling filter systems.
Right.
So is it better to have the filtration system on the ground or on the ceiling?
I would probably say ceiling,
Okay.
because you're
I
less
have mine
likely
in
to
the
pull in
ceiling,
that
yeah.
heavier stuff.
We moved ours up because I told him, I said, when you put that in, she's got animals. Let's see if we can move them. So when they move the units to the attic, they also move the filtration system to the attic as well.
Right.
So, all right. But Tonya, we need some help. So what is that like when you're going to get ready to sell a house? Do you want, as their broker that's going to sell their home, Tonya Harbin's real estate brokered by Real, it's going to sell this house, but the HVAC system's a little bit questionable. Use me as an example. It's 30 some odd years old.
I always tell people, somebody may ask, for an allowance to get a new AC whenever it's that old, because it's probably going to go out, next, who knows, 5 years. It just depends. You don't know. One of the biggest things I think whenever you're showing houses, especially in the hot summer, is to have your house cool, because people, when they walk in, they want to know that your AC works. So I think that's a really big thing too.
So when you're getting ready to show my house, it's going to be on 65.
Yes, we're going to have to turn your AC down so that people, because that is important. People want to know that your AC is working. That's a big deal. Just like roofs and foundations. You want your air conditioner to work, because they are more to replace.
And for years, I've done this, and maybe Mr. Ramirez is going to say, don't do that no more. But around my HVAC systems, there are no weeds or no grass growing there at all. I got white at Marble Rock. You buy it at the big box stores. It's kind of bougie.
Right.
And I would buy it a bag at a time and put it around there. So is that a good idea? Or?
Oh, yeah. That's the ones we like.
And then don't put put the bug, the ant killer around it too.
Right.
All right. So that doesn't affect the air conditioning unit at all?
No, it's actually better for it. It allows it to breathe. So
all right.
Instead of weeds all piled up around it.
All right. So you guys put them on those little concrete pads on there. Is there a better place to put them at? Can I build a fence around it and put a roof over it?
No, we don't advise that. We don't advise that at all.
So you were saying earlier about cleaning it and washing it off. Mr. Harbin went out and, he cleaned it up?
Yeah, every time, we have an issue with the AC. He changes our filters often and vacuums, around the vents. And then he'll go outside and wash the unit if it's not. And very often they come back on. Even let's just say we went and did a VRBO somewhere. If that AC is not working, he just goes outside and cleans it himself.
Are you serious?
Well, because it's faster than calling, to see, hey, is this going to solve the problem? So
if you'd like your HVAC system fixed at your, what'd you call them, VRBO,
yes.
Please call Tonya Harbin Real Estate.
But you think about it, there's so many flowering trees and, so all of those are blowing and they're getting dirty. So, and that's what we tell our tenants every time somebody calls. You know what? Every time a tenant or an owner moves into a house, so often they call and they're like, my AC is not working. And we're like, this is Texas. It's hot. You've been moving all day. Your doors have been open. It's going to take a long time for your unit, for your house to cool back off, because you've had people in and out too. So, sometimes it's just waiting to see what happens.
So, yeah, HVAC, very important when it comes to buying and selling the house. You got some steps you want to share? Here, we're about to we even hit the hottest part of the year. When is that? August, right?
Yeah.
Last of February and on into August. Any tips you want to share? Because I wonder sometimes if when we have these serious rainstorms and we got hail, should we turn it off when it's running, or
no?
When it's raining, is that good for it, or?
It's not really. Most of the units have protection built around them, or hail's not going to affect them.
But what about rain? These downpours
No, they're built to be in the weather, so that's not going to affect them at all. The biggest thing is what we covered is just keep those outdoor units washed out and clean, and then keep the air filters clean.
Here's what my husband would say: shut the door. He says that all the time because
Shut
he's
the-
like, do not let all the air out.
That's it. They keep the doors closed. And I always check to make sure that if there's any light coming in. I'm going over to the hardware store and buying that
Weather strips.
weather stripping and putting, all right, can you see any light in there? All right. And especially if you do it at night, you can look at, I see light. I'll be right back. I bought a whole roll of it the other day, and I've been using it again. And then again, of course, I have my HVAC checked out quite regularly.
The other thing is, if you have any windows, especially that are facing west sun, keep them shut, like keep curtains closed or put curtains on them, because that sun coming in all day, your air conditioner's having to work even harder to cool off your house.
All right, when Harbin Real Estate and Harbin Construction gets ready to build my house, because I'm going to be calling
I
Kelly.
know all these things because my husband tells me all the time, shut the curtains.
Well, here's what I'm
Shut the door.
thinking. The house that I live in now, it faces the house faces the south. The back of my house faces the north. And in the backyard, I put pine trees up along the fence line to keep the winds from coming and hitting the house. I do not have any windows on the west side of the house, and I have one window on the east side of the house.
Oh.
So that, and I made sure that the trees are where they throw a lot of shade, especially during the heat of the day. When I get Harbin Construction from Harbin Real Estate, brokered by Real, to build my next house, would you recommend that you make it when I buy property where I'll be facing a certain direction?
Oh, yeah. Where you lay it out is important, for sure.
Really? Because I want the front of the house facing the west more so than, facing, I'm confused again. Yeah, it's
I wouldn't put
the
your
house,
master bedroom on the west side. For
and
sure.
mine faces the south, not the north, and my master bedroom is on the very west end of the house. And there's no windows on that side, but it
still makes a difference. It radiates through the wall and everything.
really does it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess we're going to be talking to you a lot more when it comes time to fix it. Is Mr. Harbin available this weekend? Speaking of Harbin,
He'll tell you all the things about your air conditioning and how to keep your house cool.
we're
He
buying
gets
a,
on to my kids all the time.
we're buying a house that's brokered by Tonya Harbin Real Estate. And we want to make sure that the air conditioner, nothing happens to it. We just bought this from you, Tonya. Do you have a plan that I can buy, or do you sell a plan that I can buy to make sure that for the next year we're not going to have any hiccups? I don't want to have any problems with my heating and air. I mean, how do I do that when I buy a house from you?
Well, so, we also typically ask the seller to pay for a home warranty. And we now use a CHOSA home warranty. And the great thing about a CHOSA is that if your air conditioner goes out, you can call any air conditioning company. So with other home warranty companies, you had to wait for them to call the people that would work with the home warranty company. So you can call Hall Air Conditioning, they come out, you call the home warranty company on the phone, and they let them know what's wrong, and there's an amount that they give you to fix it or replace it.
Awesome.
Which is nice, yeah.
That way you know all right up in
Hey,
advance.
I just got my house all a new home warranty too.
All right, so but we're running out of time, but I have got to ask. This weekend's here. It's going to be a little bit warm. I finally got all of it mowed, got new blades put on that Gravely lawnmower. Everything's nice and peaceful. I want another weekend like that. Are you going to be showing homes this weekend? It was beautiful last weekend.
Yes, we have open houses. We have our Waterside subdivision open.
Whoa, wait a second.
Saturday
Waterside?
and Sunday. Yes, brand new construction homes, 200,000 and less. Open Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 3. And then we also have other houses open, and they are on our Facebook page.
Facebook at Tonya Harbin Team. That's facebook.com at Tonya Harbin Team. Just / Tonya Harbin Team. It's going to be easy. Now, if you want to find out what your house is worth, you know what yours is worth right now? All you got to do, John Ramirez, is go to TonyaHarbin.com, and there's a big pink button right there, and you can push it. Did you know they can give you a current market analysis of basic price of what your home may be worth? You can turn that pink button into green, amigo. All right.
Good to know.
Hall Air Conditioning. You'll come out really that same day. You're not going to make me make an appointment 3 weeks from now?
No, sir.
Let me see. We're going to make an appointment for Mr. Fernandez. His HVAC system's down. How do we get a hold of Hall?
The easiest way is just to call us, 325-672-2541.
All right, look them up online. Look them up. Yeah, everybody's going to go Googling it anyway. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. What brand do you sell?
Carrier.
Carrier. Is that the best brand out there?
Yeah, best.
Seriously? It's the top of the line, isn't it? And what is the highest SEER rating?
Nowadays, about 26.
26. One 5 ton like that's going to cost me. Don't say it. Tonya.
$1.
Yeah, $1. Thank you. Can I have 3 of those right now? Thank you again, Tonya.
Thanks,
and
Rudy.
for everything you do for our community from the bottom of my heart. God loves you, sister, and so do I. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
All right, this has been the Tonya Harbin Real Estate Hour, brokered by Real. And oh, yes, do me a favor, start packing. You're going to be moving soon. This is KYYW, Abilene, Texas.